What's going on? Yeah. Let me see here if I could brighten this up here a little bit. Okay. Yeah. What's up, YouTubers? How are you guys? I wanted to come on here and talk about Brother Bilaal. Excuse me. So, Brother Bilaal, if you don't know who he is, that is Will Smith's old bestie. Okay, he said him and Will Smith were best friends for almost 40 years. And I guess something happened between Bilal and Jada Pickett. And then Bilal is like, he's done with all of them, right? So he's been doing interviews talking about Will Smith and Jada and all types of stuff. So let's get into it, right? So Brother Bilaal did an interview a year or two ago with Tasha K, and then just recently he came back out and started doing more interviews because he's putting his own book out, and he's actually suing Jada Pickett and Will Smith as well, allegedly. Okay, so Bilal says that he filed a lawsuit, but Will or Jada haven't picked up their warrants or their court information, and because they have money, they haven't been served and been forced to actually have the court documents. And I could believe that because think about it, they're famous. They probably have some very good lawyers who can keep them out of the way, so they could prolong any court dates, that they see fit to prolong. Anyway, so let's get into the claims that Brother Bilaal has been making. So, he did an interview with Tasha K just recently. I believe that was the end of last year and 2025. And I didn't get to see it because you had to be a member in order to see the interview. But Tasha K just released the interview that she did with Brother Bilaal. So now we know the whole scoop. We know what's going on, right? So let's talk about it. Because that's what I'm here for, to talk about it, okay? So Brother Bilaal has been making some very, very serious claims about the Smiths, y'all. Okay, so allegedly, all this is alleged. I do not know these people, and this is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, you take that up with Brother Bilaal. So he said that one day he walked in on Jada in her house, and she was up to the sky, super high, and she was pleasuring herself, and she was on a lot of medications that you don't get from the pharmacy, okay? Them type of medications, right? And he said that she had a flash drive that had a whole bunch of videos on it, like the corn videos with the P, not the C. And he said that anyway, somehow that ended up coming up missing. But he said she believes that he stole that flash drive, but he said that those videos may be released very soon. So you heard it here, okay? When those videos do get released, if they do, we're going to talk about it. But anyway, so he said he was in the house. She was pleasuring herself. She was high out her mind, and she was watching these videos, like homemade videos that her and Will had did with other celebrities and other people. Now, Brother Bilaal says that it's a lot of disgusting stuff that's on this USB. It made me think of when the whole Kim Porter book came about, and they were talking about all these videos that was going to be released and everything of P. Diddy's, and we haven't seen anything yet, right? So that has definitely been either kept and protected, or it's just a flat out lie. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I can't believe it until I see it, because I'm like, ain't no part of the video came out. But yeah, so I don't know. But anyway, so Brother Bilal says that on the videos it shows Jada Pickett wearing a strap on with and it's her and Will, and she has, Jada Pickett has the strap on, and what is his name? The guy who played he kept singing "Unbelievable, don't be loved by anyone." What's the dude who was on Fresh Prince with him? Dag, why I lost my train of thought. The little guy, Alfonso Riviere. Y'all know what I mean. You shut the up, okay? Let me block you so you won't be on my page, because ain't nobody got time for that. Come on my page talking about shut up. Nigga, what? Anyway, yeah, Alfonso Rivera, whatever his name is. So y'all know who I'm talking about. He was Carlton on Fresh Prince, which I was so shocked, because I was like, what? Alfonso? His little cute self. Thank you. You go, girl, too. Okay. I was like, his little cute self getting punished by Jada. And then he, Brother Bilal says that, that Jada didn't like Alfonso because they used to date. And maybe she's upset that he's that way, and I don't know, and because they not together and he didn't choose her, and I don't know. This is what Brother Bilal is saying. I was just like very shocked to know that I guess if you think about it, that whole cast had to be very, very close. The cast of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So it only makes sense that everybody probably messed with each other. That only makes sense. But I had never heard anything about the little guy before. So what's up, y'all? Thank y'all for joining my live stream here. I'm talking about Brother Bilal and the Smiths. Will Smith, Jada Smith, Jaden Smith, especially. So, yeah. And Brother Bilal said also on the tapes is Will Smith, Jada, and Tyrese. Tyrese, y'all. Can y'all believe that? Tyrese crying, whining ass Tyrese. I mean, it makes sense, because I was wondering why his relationship, he was married to this very, very gorgeous woman. And all of a sudden, the divorce ended and he was crying about it and everything. And I was just like, well, Dad, what did he do? Because seems like he's really into this girl. So why he crying about it so much? But now it makes sense. She probably was tired of being his beard, probably wasn't getting enough money. And because, his funds are very low. And she probably was like, I ain't about to be no beard for free. All right. So now that's what we not going to do. Okay. So, and I could definitely understand that. Having to put up with Tyrese with his old crybaby behind. Nah, I'm not doing that. I gotta be your beard, pretend to be the woman you're sleeping with, and we know we're not, okay? And for free, no, we ain't about to do that. Nah. So I see why she left. But Tyrese done found another chick who kind of looked like her. Most men do. They usually, or those celebrities, they usually find another woman who look like the woman that they're dating. Speaking of that real quick, now, Brother Bilal said the first time he did an interview with Tasha K 2 years ago that he was on a set of All of Us, or whatever the name of that show was, with what's the Brat sister, Lisa Ray, with Lisa Ray and Dwayne Martin. He said he was on that set because he also guest appeared on there, and I believe he has some credits on there as well. Brother Bilal said, allegedly, okay? But he said he was on that set, and everyone was looking for Will Smith. and they couldn't find him. And so they sent Brother Bilal out to go look for him because they were calling him. He wasn't answering and stuff like that. So he said he had either Will Smith or Dwayne Martin's key to the office or to his room where he would change or whatever at. And he opened the door and they were actually having intercourse. Dwayne Martin and Will Smith. This is what Brother Bilaal said. Okay, this is all alleged, and not in my opinion, but this is what Brother Bilaal said. Okay, it's alleged though. All right, it's no proof. But the point I was trying to make is, so Dwayne Martin was dating Tisha Campbell from Martin, right? The TV show Martin, the light-skinned one, right? He was dating her, and allegedly he treated her very, very bad. Like, there's claims all on social media that he was even abusing her. Now, I don't know how true this is, but it's very strange. So what the claims say about that relationship with Dwayne Martin and Tisha Campbell, they say that he ran out of his money. I guess he blew through his money and blew through most of her money, if not all of her money, and then asked for a divorce, or she asked for a divorce. I can't remember who filed for a divorce. And then during the divorce proceedings, they found out that the house that Tisha Campbell thought was her husband's house was actually Will Smith's house, because Will Smith gave Dwayne Martin the money for the house. So I guess they went through a bankruptcy. They lost the house, and Will Smith saved him by giving him the money to keep the house. What man buy a house for another man? Anyway, that's not the point I was trying to make. But Tisha Campbell and Dwayne Martin end up splitting up. They got a divorce, and allegedly he has a beard that looks just like Tisha Campbell. It's crazy. It's like choosing a robot. Like, I mean, you can't make that up. It's like, oh, just give me another one of her. It doesn't matter. Find me someone who looked like the last one, because I'm not messing with them anyway. Like, I don't know what's going on with that. Very strange to me, but a lot of those guys do that. They'll split up with a woman and then choose another woman who looked just like them. I don't know. It's a whole lot of mess going on there. But anyway, so Brother Bilaal said that Will Smith was messing with Dwayne Martin. He actually caught them in the act, and he said they were getting it in. Okay. Anyway, so this last interview Bilaal did with Tasha K, he was saying that the videos he saw also included Charlie Mack, which is Will Smith's best friend, also a good friend of Will Smith's that's been around for a very long time. And he said that he made a very serious claim alleging that Will Smith knew that Charlie Mack had messed with Jaden Smith, Will Smith and Jada Smith's son. And obviously they are okay with it. So it's like some weird type of mess going on there, but he didn't really elaborate. But very crazy. It really makes sense why, because I believe, and I'm not quite sure, this is all alleged, but I believe Jaden did get emancipated from Will and Jada Smith. And it makes sense, because I was thinking when that was happening, why would this young kid have these rich parents, very, very rich parents? He could do anything, and he's trying to get up out that house. Like, what is going on? I remember when the whole process was going on and the rumors were Jaden was wanting to be emancipated, and I believe he was emancipated and he was able to leave that house. Anyway, if those claims are true about what Charlie Mack did to him allegedly, then it makes sense that, you know, why he act the way he act or do the things he does now. Now, Jaden doesn't like, I haven't seen anything of him like showing out or acting out, but the way he dressed and I don't know, he looks a little like a free spirit. I'll say it that way, right? Very handsome kid. He is a young man, but you could tell it's been some mess that's been going on. I take that as a compliment. Thank you. I really do. But yeah, I'm not with the foolishness. And I just learned a new trick that I could delete people from off my page. So okay, press on, press off, press on, press off. Anyway, like wax on, wax off. Anyway, so yeah, so Brother Bilaal, Brother Bilaal has been making some very, very serious claims about the Smiths, and they have not filed a lawsuit against him. They haven't said anything about him publicly. And so when Tasha K released the interview, the first of the year, Brother Bilaal said in the interview that he had some more people that's supposed to be coming out to, like, you know, bring their claims up as well. And then, of course, you know, just recently, the violinist just came out and said what happened to him. Now, that lawsuit seems very, very vague. And I've been seeing a lot of people, you know, posting about it, saying it doesn't make sense and this and that. And I'm thinking something must have happened for a lawyer to even take that case against Will Smith, because Will Smith is a huge name, probably bigger than Diddy. I'm not sure there, but at least on that level, right? So you think about it, just these lawyers not out here just taking any type of cases just because a lot of stuff could happen to them real quick. So Kardashian, the white girl, she does a lot of posting on YouTube also. She just posted a quick video talking about Tyrone Blackburn and how he's about to denounce being a lawyer or something, because he's been having a lot of family members pass away that's close to him. They've been passing away. This is the claims he's making, allegedly. And he's been having a rough time with threats from fans of like Diddy. And he said fans of clients or people associated with other cases that he was involved in. It sounds real messy and crazy. Now, I could definitely believe that some stuff is going on, some threats are being made. Even the fact that maybe some people are being taken away from him that's close to him. What's up, Brixton? But it's crazy that stuff like that is allowed, you know, but this is the real world that we live in. And of course, stuff like that is going to happen, right? It's crazy though. But yeah, anyway, back to Brother Bilaal. So he said that he has this USB. Well, he said he didn't take it. Well, did he say he didn't take it? He said that Jada Smith believes that he took that USB that has all those videos of her and Will Smith having threesome with all these men, and her using a strap-on with all these men, all these different celebrity men, right? So yeah, very crazy to me, the whole situation. Y'all check it out. It's on Tasha K's platform. Very, very informative. It was long and it was a lot of information in there. Also, Brother Bilaal was talking about Brashear Gray. That's right there is so sad to me, because here he is, a young man, just wanting to be an actor. And in order for him to be an actor, I'm assuming, allegedly, he has to mess with these very grown men who probably were assaulted themselves at some point in their life. And then now they're doing the same exact thing to this young man. And it's crazy because very handsome guy. Like, I just, when I was watching, I only watched the first season of Empire, but I don't know, it was something about him that made me want to watch the show about Brashear Gray. It just made me want to watch it. It wasn't just because he's fine, he's a handsome guy, young guy, but I don't know. I just wanted to see him do bigger things. But I guess in this industry, that industry, allegedly, that casting couch is very real. Seems like. I mean, think about it. That's all we keep hearing is all these terrible stories about these people who have to do something strange to get a role, to get a part, to get some change. Like, it's crazy, And it makes me feel like when the industry, all of them, because I'm pretty sure this goes for sports, probably fashion industry as well, because I've heard crazy stories about these models being passed around and stuff like that, and the rap industry or the music industry, the actors and all. It's all the same. They all have the same blueprint. And it seems like everyone's telling the same story. Everyone has to be passed around and used. Their body has to be used. And it's like, why do they need to do that? It makes me think, like, is it bigger than just the SEX act itself? Or is it more about pulling souls? Because think about it. When you take something from someone, like you make them have intercourse against their will, I'm just imagining that you have to take a piece of them as well, because they won't be the same after that. Think about just going on an interview. You need a job, right? And you at this place, you really want this job. And you're there and you just want a job. You want to work for the job. You want to work for the money, right? On this job. And then here you go. Someone's coming up to you saying, oh, well, if you put your mouth on me, then you can get the job. I'll make sure you're good. Like, what? That's crazy. But people are actually doing it for either the fame or the money. I'm not sure what they're being promised, but they're actually doing it. And we know that in Diddy's case, I'm talking about Brotha Bilaal and the claims he made about the Smiths and about all the industries and how they're using and abusing people who just want to work and utilize their gifts. That's what I'm talking about. Haha. Okay. But, it's just that, and I used to work on this job, right? And this girl had came into my place of employment and she wanted the baddies. Oh my goodness. Like, to me, those baddies on the Zeus network, if that's what you're talking about, they already know they're going to get used and abused. They just want the publicity, in my opinion. I don't know, but that's my opinion. But anyway, so I worked at this place and this girl came in and she looked nice. She looked, professional. And then I was standing next to the manager and she was like, oh, okay, yeah, she was real nice with her, talked to her, accepted her applications, because this was a long time ago, okay? You still had to fill out applications. I'm 43, so. So anyway, when the girl left, she turned around, watched her leave, and she tore up her application and threw it in the trash. And I was so shocked because I didn't even know that you could legally do that. I thought that I was so naive. I thought that people actually had to take people serious when they're a manager and they're hiring people. I thought that, right? And so I asked her, why did you do that? And she was like, oh, she's ghetto. And this was a black lady. And she was like, oh, she's too ghetto. And I was like, what? So I'm like, the girl did not act ghetto. Like, she was calm. She dressed professional. She came in, and matter of fact, after that, she kept calling because I would answer the phone and she would call to check on her application and everything. And that that hit me in a certain way because I was a mother at that time, and I knew that I was having a hard time looking for a job before I found that job, and so it hit me differently. And then I looked at the application right when the manager left because she only tore it up like one time and then put it in the trash. And the girl name was like something. It was Shaquana, something like that. And I was thinking that must be where she's ghetto from because of the girl's name, which is crazy. But yeah. So I definitely know discrimination happens. It happens in your own race. I'm pretty sure it's white people who discriminate against white people and Asians and everything. Hate is real. Okay. And then you got to think about it. People would just do whatever, right? Think about someone with power. Think about these men with all this power, having money, having access to opportunities that could put money in their pockets and help them feed their families and get them nice cars and clothes and things like that. You already know the ego is going to step in and just take over, right? That's why I really feel like, and this could be sexist, but I really feel like that kind of aggravated me right there. But whatever. Hopefully they won't be able to come back on my page because ain't nobody got time for that, okay? Because I bet you if you saw me in person, you wouldn't even say that to my face. But whatever. It's a lot of weirdos, like, everywhere. Like, just weird. But anyway, people, these guys with all this power and stuff, like, it really makes me feel like they shouldn't have the power. They really shouldn't. I know that women can be emotional, but I don't know. So women lead with their emotions at times, right? And then men lead with their egos. And then, to me, in my opinion, you have what you got going on now. Okay? All these men using sex as a form of, criteria to see whether or not you're ready for the position. Because this is the man's world, right? That we're living in. It's the man's world. And look at how it's being ran. All the industries, it's all about sex. It's all about X. This is not for kids. I'm sorry. I think I'm not supposed to say that word. But it's all about X. Everything. It's like, what? It makes me wonder, like, if Angela Bassett had to be on the casting couch where she passed around just to get all those roles. Who else? What other actress makes me feel like that? I guess they probably did. It's given, you have to do something strange. It's not about talent. It's about what you're going to do to get the job. Because these stories are ridiculous. Like, every single day, people are coming out saying different things. And these men, with all these boys and young men and stuff. It's like, what in the world? It makes me feel like you have to be a certain type of way in order to be in the music industry, all the industries. Like you have to you have to be fluid. You have to be fluid. You can't have I was going to say dignity, but you can't just want to be straight, seem like. And then the story with Brashear, Brotha Bilaal said that Will Smith told him he need to go pretty much like babysit Brashear Gray while he was on the set of Empire, and because he was out there wilding out. And Brotha Bilaal said, which I don't believe him, but he said he didn't understand what was really going on. So he went there. He's watching over Brashear. He's there for him, like I guess a manager would be, something like that. But he didn't say he was a manager. And then he said that Brashear Gray told him, you know what happened to me. You know I had to do oral with Will Smith and P. Diddy. And he said he didn't know anything about it. I don't believe that. Because I remember a couple years ago, Jaguar Wright said that Brashear Gray was being R-worded by the Smiths. So how she know that? And he worked with him and he didn't know. And matter of fact, he said that Brashear kept saying, you know what they did to me. You know what they did to me. And I'm thinking, because you did. How Jaguar Wright knew about it, but you didn't know about it. Make that make sense. And then, now he's telling his story. Just makes me wonder, they must have messed him up real bad. They must have took his money away. They must have cut him off and blackballed him or something, because now he says he's doing a book talking about the Smiths and Scientology, because he says they're a part of Scientology. And he says that's a huge religion that allows a lot of people to get away with a lot of criminal activity. And he says they're very dangerous, which is crazy, because I'm thinking, wow. But he says he feels like Jada and Will Smith are going to be the next big people to come out, bigger than Diddy's mess. He says Will and Jada Smith's mess is bigger than Diddy's mess. That's surprising, because if that's the case, then they would have to be real sloppy with their program, whatever they were doing. But I do remember Jaguar Wright said years ago that they would send young people to Will and Jada Smith to help them. It made me feel like almost like a flavor camp, just like what P. Diddy was doing with Justin Bieber and Usher. But I guess that was for the actors. Bring in the young people. Think about August Alsina. He was allegedly, he was supposed to be Jaden's friend, which makes me feel like, and I don't know, I could be wrong, but I don't think they're the same age. I don't know why I feel like, but I never looked into it. So this is all alleged, but I don't know. August Alsina seems to be older than Jaden, but I don't know. Let me Google it so I can find out. Because if that's the case, excuse me, they could have been using Jaden to bring August Alsina in so that they could get him. Let me see. Let me see if I could Google it. Oh, I'm sleepy. Let me see. August Alsina. So August Alsina, which is August Anthony Alsina Jr. Let's see. Let's look up the Wikipedia here and see what it says. Why just don't tell me how old he is? Okay, here we go. Let's see. Oh, he's 33. Okay, so how old is Jaden? Jaden Smith. Poor child. Right. So August Alsina is 33 years old and Jaden is 27. So that's 6 years. Why would you be friends? Okay, if they're like, I don't know, how long ago was that with Jada and so Jaden is 27. Oh, he's a Cancer sign too. Oh, I know he's over emotional. No wonder he filed that that emancipation because yeah, he ain't with this. Okay, he ain't with it. Let me see when did Jada and August Alsina. Another very handsome guy. Now, I don't know if August Alsina was already fluid like that, but he definitely came out publicly and said, you know, he has a boyfriend or something. So, and he said that Will Smith gave him um, permission. Let's see. We decided we were going to separate for a period of time and go figure out how much to make himself happy. I figure out how to make myself happy. He shared in July 2020. We could over. Um, I'm trying to see when they dated. During the interview, kissing on my tattoos, August claiming that he had his relationship with Jada. Okay, yeah, it says August Alsina was introduced to Jada by Jaden Smith. Makes me feel like some handler situation, okay? I wouldn't be surprised if about 20 years from now, we see Jaden doing the same exact thing or he has the same claims up under his belt. Because it looks like that's just the way of the industry. You do it to one person and then you force them to do it to another person and then they just keep doing the same thing. And after the single detail their past, so maybe it was like 2020. It looks like they came out in 2020 about the relationship. Oh, August. Oh my goodness. So if they came out in 2020, I'm thinking I'm looking at pictures of August Alsina. Child, woo, he looks. Oh my goodness, like he looks kind of rough in these pictures. Almost like he may have something. I think he is sick though. I'll take that back. I apologize because I think he is sick or something. Which makes me come to another thought here. Okay. All the sicknesses that could possibly be circulating. Okay, because these celebrities, it seems like what's about to come out this year is a whole lot of S to the T to the D's. Okay, and maybe the H to the I to the V stuff is gonna be coming out this year. I'm pretty sure it's about to some stuff is about to be exposed when it comes to that in particular, because Diddy has the lawsuit from the girl, Ambra. What is her name? Amber La Rosa? Why I'm thinking La Rosa? I forgot the lady name, but the white girl. She filed a case against Diddy the end of December. And so that case is going to be coming up. And she's demanding that Diddy tell his H to the I to the V status and his S to the T to the D status. Okay? And then that whole situation with the violinist and Will Smith, he said that some H to the I to the V medication was in the room, which was very weird. I didn't understand that. It's like they left some stuff out. I don't know. Was anything redacted? Can you do that before the case is filed? I mean, before the case go to trial? I don't know, but his case was kind of weird. The violinist, I believe his name was something Joseph, King Joseph or something. But I feel like he didn't give all the details. Maybe they don't want them to know too much because I don't know. The details are a little shady in that case, but I feel like he did say Will Smith was grooming him, or he felt like he was being groomed. So I could understand that if you're working close with someone and then then they try you. And of course, yeah, it makes sense, right? That of course grooming could happen. That seems possible. But anyway, so yeah, it looks like everything came out against August Alsina and Jada Smith around 2020, but I'm not sure how long they were messing around. But so that's 2020, 25. Let's see here. So Jaden would have been 22 when it all came out. Mm, mm. But I bet you when it came out, he would have been 22. But I bet you he probably was underage because, and it probably came out after, he was of age. He might have wanted it to come out before then, but they probably wouldn't allow it. And then he waited till he was 22. I wouldn't put anything past them because they all do the same stuff. They're all weirdos. All those celebrities, big celebrity people, they're all weirdos, in my opinion. Anyway, I really just wanted to come on here and talk about Brotha Bilaal and all the information he's been putting out, because he said in the interview with Tasha K this year, that came out this year, he said that that more people were going to be coming out and telling their stories and speaking out about how they have been mistreated and SA'd in some type of way from the Smiths. And Brotha Bilaal says that Jada Pinkett Smith is a rug addict. He said she does everything. My eyelashes is really messing up in my eye right here. It's really bothering me. But he says that She messes with a lot of rugs, so we're probably going to hear a lot of crazy stuff. And this is just the beginning of the year, so we already know it's about to go down this year, okay? But I did just want to talk about that because it was just on my mind thinking about the Donnie McClurkin video, or lawsuit that's coming out against him and the young guy. These men, like, they're really like ruining so many men's lives. So, ladies, y'all think it's just us, our lives, that's getting ruined by these men or certain men? But these men out here, they doing the men just the same, okay? They're not accepting what they say. They're not taking no prisoners. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I don't even know why I said that. Okay. Anyway, let me get off here because I'm sleepy and I think I'm talking out the side of my head now. This video don't went on too long. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the likes. I think this is the most likes I've received on a live, which is only 7. But y'all know my channel is small, so don't be judging me. Okay, thank you to all my subscribers. I hope that more people will subscribe to my channel. If you like to hear the celebrity gossip and tea, I'm gonna bring it. Okay, let's talk about it. Yes, you guys have a wonderful evening, and until tomorrow, I'll see you later. Peace.